Alright, this is enough beating around the bush. I'm getting that second cell, by hook or by crook. And by that, I mean, it's gonna... pack up your camping gear, because we're gonna get intense. What this episode is going to be, is it's going to be I'm getting second boss cell, or I'm going to play the game until I get the second boss cell. So, prepare for that. Don't expect this to be like a 3-hour episode. I'll just cut to the run where I get it if I don't get it this time. And this time, too, I'm going to approach with a little different strategy than usual, which is to say, instead of just going full tactics every time, because why do I keep doing that is a good question that I have been asked and I do not have a good answer for. I'm going to go for survival instead. I don't have to worry about melees, and I have, at whatever time I want, essentially, the ability to just go and grab I have the ability to go and grab a symmetrical lance. I just need to save up enough cells for that. And that's a fantastic weapon. Additionally, I already have the... Can't roll through those. Alright, additionally, I already have the, Oh, so close! The explosive crossbow, pretty much the other best... one of the best items that you can possibly get for survival builds already unlocked. As well as a decent amount of good shields and blueprints for good shields. Besides, the other thing is that I kind of don't have anything else to unlock right now. Until I either do a whole bunch of cell grinding, or until I, well, do a whole bunch of cell grinding and unlock the Hunter's Grenade. So, like I said, number one thing here is just build up a whole ton of survival, go with a huge survival build. Huge survival build will be incredibly effective because, hey, I got really good items unlocked, and I don't have, like, what would you call it, something like, oh, let's say the heavy crossbow, a item that I've never been particularly impressed with, and now I don't have to deal with. I don't have too much for skills, though, unlocked as of yet. So that might be a little bit more of a... Oh, cool. That might be a little bit more of a thing when it comes to the final battle. Although, if I do grab something like... Oh, I better go grab that scroll quick. Although, if I do grab something like a, I don't know, bear trap, that's a pretty good survival scaling thing that you can get immediately. And I guess ice grenade. You know what? Ice grenade's gonna be good. And that's, yeah, ice grenade. They didn't change the name on that yet. Oh, and I have been asked about this a couple times, but if you are wondering about this over here, just give me 1 second. No, I only got 15 seconds getting into that time, though. I better hurry up here. But yes, if you are wondering about this blueprint up on top here, which you can kind of barely see. Yeah, right up there. If you're looking for that blueprint, there's no way to get it as of just yet. I've been asked a couple times about it. Nope, not possible. But you can look up what it does because it is, you know, extant in the game. If you go and look for disengagement. If you're looking for disengagement, it's pretty neat. It seems like it'll be super cool once it's possible to get. Alright, screw the health flask. I'll get it if I have leftover stuff. But as of right now, we're gonna go for old Simmy. Old Simzo. Then I'm gonna upgrade this, because why not? Grab YOLO, because it's been pretty useful in the last couple times, as loath as I am to admit it. Hey, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's as always, it's like I'm here to win the game. I'm not here to... This ain't a time to have just a good run or whatever. It would be nice if I could find an enemy here so I could rally up a lot of my end. We're done. Okay. 2 seconds. Good stuff. But anyway, yeah. Gotta find an enemy there. I could have rallied up most of that health anyway. Not that it really matters. Low cell difficulty does not equate to too difficult of a time. Surviving as far as that goes. You know, here's the thing. The tactics runs, I am still entirely convinced not only can work, but would totally work if I actually went for it. The only problem with them at this point is that I do not have a lot of really good tactics stuff unlocked. I also don't really have a whole lot of... well, okay, I do have some good stuff as far as brutality goes unlocked, but nothing for, like, grenades. Like, all the grenades, aside from maybe, I don't know, oh, cool. Aside from maybe, the ice grenade, I guess, is pretty good. I don't have too much good for... Nice. Like 50% extra health. I don't have too much good for, like, bombs unlocked. I could get, like, a cluster grenade, but I don't think... Unless I get extraordinarily lucky... Ah, close. I've never actually seen this chunklet before, so I didn't really know what I was doing there. So, keeping up that streak. Yep. I'm really good at this game, you guys. Anyway, yeah, if I got the cluster grenade unlocked, but that's pretty unlikely to happen unless I got extraordinarily lucky or grabbed the hunter's grenade. And that is pretty much, as far as I can tell, the best sort of bomb that you can possibly get as far as that stuff goes. Other than that, I don't have stuff unlocked like the heavy turret. I don't have stuff unlocked like the ceiling turret would be a pretty good one. I mean, look at this pretty much anemic sort of selection that I got right now. Don't have stock change to get... to, you know, be able to pick and choose, get lucky with that sort of stuff. It's rough out there if you're just starting out. No surprise. However, it's a weird sort of mix-em-up of circumstances where it's going to be tough right now, but then over time it's going to become super easy, I think. At least comparatively. Because I will have, well, compared to even the full file, because I'll have a lot of like things that just are synergies, just straight up synergies, that could be nice, unlocked, and then I will be able to pretty much have the maximum amount of damage with all the best equipment, or maybe not the best equipment because it's all kind of subjective, I always say that, but wow, that did almost no damage. Survival's working out already. And there's full health. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to have everything that syncs well with each other. I mean, everything's subjective, so you're not really able to... I can't really say that there are things that are objectively better than others, though in some cases there are. But having everything, you know, that you like, that you want to use is definitely going to go a long way, even if it might not be, you know, necessarily the best as far as, like, the current meta or whatever goes. But if I did have the choice, I'd probably continue to go with tactics. Just go take, like, 2 death orbs and, I don't know, pyrotechnics with that, plus 100%. Maybe alchemic gun. Yeah, whatever, I can take that hit. The health is getting intense here. Yeah, like alchemic gun, get just amazing... I don't even care. You know what, I don't even care. Just gonna tank my way through this. God, I... can never discount a good survival run. Damn, I've been playing this wrong the entire time. It's because survival is good, but you need to have the right... You know, you need to be like a good kid, like a Kids on the Block, New Kids on the Block album. You need to have the right stuff for it. You can't just go in there. Downward smash. I think I'd rather have the other ones right now. You can't just go in there, arms swinging, and hoping that you're going to do as good as possible. You need to... There's a couple different things when it comes to doing a real run. Obviously, a lot of the runs that I've been doing right now, I had one or, well, a whole host of goals to accomplish, which was getting all of the current... where am I? Here we are. Oh, I actually need 150 or... Yeah, it was 150 to get that. Never mind then. Well, whatever. That's not a big deal. Necromancy still sucks. I'm not even going to bother. Let's just go with Dead Inside. But yes. It's hard to say. It's hard to say exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, all I can say right now is that I want to get all of the cells so that I can start to do a huge amount of grinding past this point. Because grinding is, well, unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of grinding, but well, you know, I suppose I also can't really say that. I have beaten the first 2 Disgaea games. 100%. I beat, like, Ball and Uber Ball and everything, so... I didn't play the remake, so I didn't go for the super grinding, but hey, I spent a good amount of time in the Land of Death killing that 3x3 square of puppets. If you know anything about that game, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I have done grinding before. I'm okay. Hell, I've also beaten Ginormo Sword. It's just like, I have incredible tales of grinding. Oh, everything in World of Warcraft, of course. You know I had the Insane title? So, okay, I guess I can't say that I don't hate grinding. I guess I'm kind of okay with grinding a little. I recognize that grinding is not good gameplay, even though I do not mind it too much myself. Let's go with that. But anyway, as far as the video goes, I think we can all agree that it's not going to make for very good commentary fodder, which is why I want to do something a little bit different there. It's not just going to be doing runs to grind out stuff. Nah, that's boring. And crappy. And yes. But no, not yes. No, it's bad. It's boring and crappy and bad. So what I'm gonna do is, I think what I want to do is I want to kind of figure out like the best way to grind. Do like a little mini series, still probably put it under the casual umbrella, and talk about, is it good enough? If it had some decent modifiers on it, I might have taken it instead of the explosive crossbow. Because I do want a melee weapon by the time I get to the hand fight. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a little bit of experimentation with what's the best grinding. Because I think that's not only going to produce a little bit better commentary, it's also going to produce a little bit better information in general for somebody watching. It's going to be a little less deathly boring as you watch me go through the motions, killing enemies and getting, kicking ass and taking names. Let's just go with that. As of right now, yeah! Oh, cool! Speaking of some good old stuff some good blueprints that I could definitely use, Barnacle is fantastic, especially now that they've changed it up to especially now that they've changed it up to work without being anchored on a ceiling. That was actually true for one patch a little while back, but I don't think I managed to get a Barnacle while that patch was still active. These days patches are all just like about. These days patches are all like, oh, we included Discord rich support. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? And don't actually answer me because I don't use Discord, so I wouldn't really do anything anyway. Just be like, what's a Discord? But anyway, yeah, I didn't get to experience that in the patch when it was on. Or it may not have actually worked, because I do remember that patch, and I remember trying to find a Barnacle, but I couldn't get it to function or something. Who knows? Ultimately, it doesn't really matter because it's now in the game, and it's now working as intended. But yes, back to what I was saying. Back to the matter at hand. What I am looking at is what's going to be the best cell grinding. Now, I got an idea. I'm thinking that it's going to be Promenade to the, you know, in terms of difficulty, in terms of things, you know, extraneous cell gain in the way that you can get cells from cell doors, for example, in the Promenade, or like time doors, all that sort of stuff. I'm thinking it's going to be Promenade, maybe, questionably, sure, why not? Maybe questionably going into the Prison Depths, Ossuary, and then Incomplete one, because there's a time door after the Incomplete one then, which would be probably the maximum amount of cell gain that you could possibly get. Nice try. And I'm thinking that it's possibly the Prison Depths, because the Prison Depths might take too long to go through and lock you out of a few of the very lucrative sort of potential cell gains that you could get from getting into time doors. Ultimately, what I think I'm going to do is... Man, rolled right with that, dude. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do, like, okay, here's 10 runs, 5 where I kill everything, 5 where I, you know, kind of try to kill as many things as possible, and then, but also try to hit all the time doors at the same time. Can't hit it fast enough. Okay, anyway. And then you know, compare not only cells, but like cells per second and stuff like that. I think it could be a fun little thing to do. I think it would be a fun little sub-series within this sub-series of a sub-series. Let's go with that. And if there's any other sort of like statistical things that you think I should do or that I would need to do or whatever, I would like to hear that, because might as well make this as scientific as possible, even though I doubt I'm going to be, you know, recording everything into a... Yeah, sure, why not? Thaw more slowly? Sure. That's actually pretty good. And I guess, I don't know, fireworks technician, since I'm working with grenades, it's slightly better. But yeah, I'm no statistical genius, so I'm not entirely sure what I would be doing. Obviously, I have a good idea of what I want to do, but if you got any sort of stuff there, if you want to give me a spreadsheet, I'll fill it out. Sure, why not? And then we can start to get some real sort of datum to apply to this game insofar as grinding. Because obviously I have my own opinion as to what the best methodologies, sort of rules of thumb, your heuristics and whatnot for grinding is, but I have no actual data to back it up. I just have like, hey, this is how it be. Then I can even check it out like on every single cell difficulty, take a look at every single, you know, sort of possibility. I don't think that there's going to be anything better than going through the ossuary, because you get so many time doors, so many enemies, all that sort of stuff, and it's probably going to be on the highest cell difficulty possible. But that could easily be different, considering that I'm not entirely sure as to how easy it's going to be to go through your higher cell difficulties with low forge, low unlocks, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's gotten to the point in my Dead Cells career here, insofar as you can call it a career considering I don't make any money doing this, that I can just, you know, kind of casually talk while fighting the concierge. It's no problem. This guy's a schmuck anyway. Thank you. What's a legendary? Oh, legendary cuddle, cool. Because again, I'm not going to be getting stats from anything else. I don't have anything upgraded in the forge right now. I got to get them unlocks. I think unlocks are some of the most important thing that you can get from the forge at this time. Because let's be honest, a lot of the stuff I'm working with right now is kind of crappy. Kind of real crappy in a lot of ways. So the more help I can get from unlocking good stuff, the better. Speaking of which, 69, nice. I didn't catch that one at first. Oh, don't worry, I'm still doing the nice thing. That's never gonna stop. That's never gonna stop until people stop making a big deal out of the number 69. Anyway, yeah, unlock stuff. Get a nice arsenal. Get all of the real important sort of mutations and general upgrades, your merchandise categories, your stock change especially, no question on that one. All that sort of stuff. And that's when I know that I'll at least, not on a forge level, but on a level of like getting good synergies, I know I'll be prepared for higher cell difficulty. Let's go with that. And you know, as always, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing when you get to 4-cell mode. It's not as much of a thing in the other save file where I'm able to, you know, take anything that I... Still no. Well, whatever. Where I could take anything that I could possibly want, to a certain extent. Obviously, still have to stock change it up. And, you know, just get whatever build I wanted. I've beaten it with pretty much every sort of combo of weapon types and strategies, all the stuff that you can do possible. But that's because I had them all unlocked. I guess we're gonna have to see. As I said before, I parried that. What are you talking about, game? I said before, I'll say again, it's going to be... Well, I said before in this very episode that it's going to be easier over time, but it's going to be harder until that point. I didn't see that. Oof. Might have to start thinking about changing up a little bit of my... Okay, good. Nailed that one. And done. Hey, still got me. You might have to look at changing up a little bit of my build here. Maybe grabbing some other heavy survival-based ranged item. Like I said, I am probably going to eventually switch that out when I get the chance, which I think is actually going to be the next area for the symmetrical lands. But until then, ain't no flying with that shit, Lieutenant. In fact, let's just get out of here right now. It's definitely going to be a Sepulcher, because if I'm going to be going for max stats, which is my code name when I'm doing illicit things, I'm going to need to go through the Sepulcher, no question. You get a lot of stats in here. I mean, just at the very start, you get 2... Gimme. Yep, and that is enough. All right. I guess, I don't know, try to get that health flask. That's definitely going to be a thing to get as well, since I'm not going to get a proper... I'm not going to get a proper refill on my flask charges when I get to the hand fight. So having 3 charges coming into that is going to be good. Yeah. First thing you get here is a time door. You get cells. You get 2 stats. 2 of your choice of stats. Scroll of power. So it's a good advantage. It's a good advantage to go through here if you think you can deal with it. Obviously, the darkness mechanic, I know, it's something I can deal with relative ease. I mean, I can shoot these enemies like such a breeze. So I'm not too worried about that, but I know a lot of people are just never want to touch this area again after they go through it the first time because it is pretty bad. It's one of those things where you get used to it and it becomes kind of the de facto sort of thing to do. But until you get used to it, it's the worst. Hell, I would actually say that kind of describes a lot of this game, where it is just absurdly difficult. I can't believe I whiffed that. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Huh. Nah. And this I will take, though. And this I'm going to check out. You always gotta look for that vegetation on the walls. But yeah, until you get used to everything, it's just extremely difficult. But then when you do, it's still pretty difficult. Oh. Oh. Hey. Okay. That's a lot of damage. But I do lose out on the damage reduction. Oh, and that attacking after a parry inflicting 300% damage is real good. But at the same time, I don't use the frontline shield enough. I want to use that more. But this is also a run where I really want to win. This is the winning run where I just totally humiliate the hand and then we move past ever having to do... Ooh, poison's the enemy. Yeah, I like that. But, especially because... No, they emit Toxic Cloud. I don't get extra damage on that. Yeah, humiliate the hand, then we can move on from ever doing one cell difficulty. I don't even know. Just don't ask. And then we can move on from ever doing 1 cell difficulty again, because who cares when there's 2 cell difficulty? That's where the real game begins. Street Fighter starts at Alpha 2. Ah. Yeah. There, see, I do know the timing for those guys, though the last episode would kind of convince you otherwise. Alright, 45 cells is also real good. That I can... That is definitely going to be something. I think that I have a good chance of getting to the third level... Meat Boy. No, I have a good chance of getting to the third level of the flask. There. The potion. It's called the potion. They call it the potion. Man. I mean, it's based on the Estus Flask. Hell, it's even orange like the Estus Flask. But don't worry about that. It is legally distinct from that particular copywritten, or, well, trademarked item. All right, where am I going? Not here. Okay, where am I actually going? I guess just down. All right, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, cell grinding. It's gonna be a thing, and then it's gonna be blueprint grinding. And then that's pretty much gonna be the end of the new game series. You know, although these next 3 episodes are going to be getting each one of the boss cells, obviously. I mean, it's too important. It's too even if it wasn't kind of the basic progression, as I would get over here. Even if it wasn't the sort of basic path of progression, as I would probably call it here, it is the best way to get cells. If I'm going to be doing cell grinding, it's going to be with multi-cell, even if it's going to be harder because of the lack of upgrades and whatever. And I'm going for them cells. Even a minimal amount like that is going to be worth it, because I don't really have too much more that I need to upgrade anyway. I suppose there's definitely stuff to re-roll. Like, I can always re-roll a lot more, but not that important. Spreads inflammable oil. Yeah, that actually could be kind of good. But I mean, look at... Okay, yeah, this is definitely... look at the Symmetrical Lance right now. I mean, it is Symmetrical Lance V+, but 4146 per hit versus 1819 per hit. It's just... There's no question. And although that stun time is real nice, Nutcracker needs a buff, is what I'm saying. We need a buff for Nutcracker. Nutcracker needs to go from a wimp to the hero of the beach here. Come on. It deserves it. It's been in the game for so long. Not since the beginning. It was introduced, I think, maybe in the Elemental update first, if I'm correct about that one. But even back then, it was kind of already not great. And the fact that the hand does not... The hand, you know, the hardest enemy in the game, and the thing that you really need to plan for more than anything else, does not get stunned by it. Motion Twin. It is, I think, cause for a little bit of a change-up. Just do something. I don't know what. Something. Ooh, big area. Alright. Good. Beat the hand his own game. That game being double-sided, lance? I don't know, it's a blade on a stick, like... It's one of the simplest sort of weapons you can make. You see, it's a stick, but it has longer reach. And then I put a blade on the other end so that even if somebody's trying to sneak up behind me, being all sneaky that way, I can still hit him. And I colored it gold and blue because those are... Well, they're not complementary colors, but they're very close to each other. I mean, teal and orange is so passé. I'm so glad, so glad that they finally introduced, that they finally introduced having the shield parry timing reset on hitting a projectile. That is a long overdue change. All right, fine. Don't even need to face him. Oh, the Symmetrical Lance is such a fantastic weapon. It's maybe the one survival scaling weapon that I would actually continue to take with... How close am I to these? 5 more items, 15 more items. that I'll continue to take with brutality, because it's just that good. I lost poison. Oh well. What do we got here? No! For hits in the back? Sure, I can use that one. Nah. Alright, whatever. I don't even care. Victims emit toxic cloud. Bleeding is okay. Whatever, this is all garbage anyway. Doesn't matter. 15% for hitting enemies in the back. Yeah, there's a lot of those really cool sort of modifiers that now that are finally appearing in the game. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying this. Alright, time to play for keeps. Time keeps. So, I didn't know you could do that. Learn something new every day. Yeah, that stun time is pretty minimal. Also, oh my god, look at how little I'm getting hit. Like, I'm just doing that on purpose at this point. Let's. You were supposed to teleport into the... Wow, I'm taking so little damage. Yeah, you were supposed to teleport into the... Ah, screw it, you know what I'm gonna say. Let's just finish this up. Neat. But that's what I want to happen. Oh, Vengeance, that's a good one. This could... If I didn't have a legendary cudgel right now, I probably would take that one. Not that I really need the gold at this point. Things are cheap enough, I would say, that I'm not really too worried about it. Vengeance. Vengeance is a really good thing until you get to 4-cell mode, and then it loses a lot of its luster, which is really too bad. All right. Last potion charge. I'm only gonna do, despite the little bit of damage, the pretty minimal amount of damage I'm taking from things right now, I'm still going to err on the side of caution because things in the castle tend to do a lot of damage, regardless. And I'm just going to get 2 keys and rush to the exit. Not even gonna worry about fighting these schmucks. Not important. Alright. Sure, why not? Freezing will be pretty effective against the dual tracker fight. I mean, the cudgel would have prevented me from taking too much damage, because the invincibility knocks him out of that attack. Okay. Bodes well. Yeah, hitting dudes in the back. Should remember to try that as much as possible due to the weirdo affix that I got. I hope they keep adding affixes into the game, because I like seeing a bunch of new and then increasingly weird stuff to be added all the time. Because there's a lot of affixen in the game. Why not? Why not say it like that? Whatever. Again, not taking too much damage. Even at the castle, which is surprising. But that, whatever. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth in this case. Yeah, a lot of weirdo affixes in the game, but a lot of them also just fall into the increased damage when some sort of criteria is filled. And this one is at least a really weird criteria. And then there are other ones like increase the time spent stunned, for example. Good. And stuff like that. I want to see more of that. No. Alright, anyway. should be able to get the third flask charge here then. Yeah, definitely. I only need like 15 left. Now I'm just looking for the exit so I can get out of here. Wait, acceptance. Yeah, that's acceptance. I'm coming for you. Not today. Ain't gonna be tomorrow. But probably the next day. And not the day after tomorrow. That movie sucked. Alright. Oh, also should be getting pretty close to finally getting my emergency triage coming up here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what he was taking damage from, but it just exploded, which is fine. Okay. I know I said I was going to go for 2 keys and not risk dying stupidly, but I'm taking a pretty minimal amount of damage. I think I can. Yeah. I think I can do this, and it might be worth the extra survival because it's still health and extra damage, so... Okay, and that will prevent him from turning around and being annoying in that way. Oh, wow, and it's actually just like a straight upgrade, you're telling me. Okay. I mean, it doesn't get the stun time, but like the hand doesn't get stunned at all anyway. The hand does not damage me if I'm in invincibility, so... That is a more effective usage of item. I don't know, I just kind of lost the plot there and didn't recover it in any way, so just ignore me here. Where am I going? I guess I actually wanted to go a little bit farther in that direction, or maybe over here? Maybe? I don't know. Let's check what's over in this. Yeah, this might actually be it. Hey? Not even close, you say? Dog food, you say? All right. Anyway, back into the botanic laboratory. I'll just warp over to the other side of this. Then hopefully that will be right near the end, and then I won't have to worry about anything else, and then we can go just utterly humiliate the hand and get out. Yeah. A little exploration goes a long way sometimes. Not always. But sometimes. Still getting 4% there. 10k health. Well, with that inside, but what else am I going to be taking insofar as... Oh, here's a question. If I heal right now, do I get a full health flask? No. I still only have the 2. Whatever, that's fine. I don't think that's going to be a big deal, to say the least. Critical hits now 20. Come on. Well, there is some synergy there. Doesn't matter. I feel good I feel pretty good here, and I knew that I would, because survival runs are good, regardless of how much I love my tactics. Hey, pink and purple, they're colors that work nicely together. So, hand, how you doing? You see my symmetrical lance? It's a little bit smaller than yours, but no less effective. And they say size counts. Don't turn around. Yeah, just keep facing that direction. Alright, you know all that stuff I was saying about doing tactic runs? Well, ignore it. I'm stupid. Clearly, I could not have been more wrong. Oh well, live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Something yesterday. And I got no excuse, just by the way. Alright. Now, don't turn around or do some sort of stupid move. Oh, that's a stupid move. So apparently you just gotta hit him in the right attack. I don't know, I kind of stopped using that after I... Yeah, that's the problem that I was facing. Here, hit me. Well, not in that way. So yeah, tune in next time when I do another survival run. Jeez. I'm sorry I didn't do this before. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I am actually genuinely embarrassed that I just didn't do this before. Why didn't I just do this before? It was... like... damn. Well... I don't even know what I want to get here. More gold reserves? Sure, why not? Ah, man! I got no excuse. Jeez. Thing to take away from this episode. Symmetrical Lance is fantastic. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.